So we've been talking about Milo Yiannopoulos quite a few times recently because he's so hilarious to laugh at. He's basically this troll who would say outrageous things, and for some reason, people would take the bait. Again, to repeat, the number one and really the only rule about trolls is you don't feed the troll, period. And people fed the troll for whatever reason, even though this guy used to be the SJW journalist that he now makes fun of, but figured out it was much more profitable to do it this way. Now, here's what's interesting. Again, he's on Instagram. I'm surprised they haven't banned him yet. I'm assuming it's going to happen, though. Check it. I'm predicting it now. Nostradamus fully in here. We're setting up H.A. Goodman. Just kidding. That would mean it's wrong. Now, someone sent out a tweet on Twitter saying, "This is the result. At Brett Weinstein, when you refuse to stand for all who are deplatformed, first they will come for those who you disagree with. So feel justified in not speaking up. Then they'll come for those you agree with. Then they'll come for you. Speak or reap what you sow." Now, this was a picture posted by Milo Yiannopoulos. And he says, "Oh, now the intellectual dark web goons and losers are panicking when they did fuck all for the OG band people. They can burn in hell. I will savor those tears." So this is Milo Yiannopoulos versus the intellectual dark web. Now, as we talked about a couple days ago, I forgot exactly when it was, but the IDW, well, Brett Weinstein was the only one of the IDW. I don't think anyone defended him from the IDW except for just him. He got into it with Stefan Crazy Man Molyneux, and he didn't want to do a debate with Stefan because Stefan's a total lunatic, and basically he said that it's a really dumb claim, and I don't want to have a part in gaining the said person's ideas any more traction. I don't want to be responsible for that. So the intellectual dark web is this, the idea of it, and again, I love it how I'm forced to genuinely use this unironically, right? This sounds like, the dark web. We know what that's about. The internet black market basically is what it sounds like, where you get some really bad stuff, nasty stuff. But anyways, so the intellectual dark web is supposed to be this place where people who have been banished from the mainstream have now come in and, get this hub of different ideas. Free exchange of ideas, right? Free exchange of ideas. So it's pretty hilarious because there are people who are so far off the deep end, and there's a lot of them, by the way, e.g. Stefan Molyneux and Lauren Southern, who have both been pissed off at the dark web because they don't want any part with them. Lauren Southern talked about that David Dugan guy who they were like, the intellectual dark web would never touch him. It's because, she feels this sort of contrarian, rebellious sort of feel, I guess. And when it comes to the whole Stefan thing, remember, Brett didn't want to debate him. So there are people so far off the deep end where the intellectual dark web doesn't want to support them. And Milo Yiannopoulos is one of them. Milo, I totally understand because he's not even like someone who has any genuine thoughts. He's just a troll. He's a provocateur. So why would you care about this guy? And he considers himself to be the OG band, which I guess is true. I guess he is the OG. I don't know if that's something that you want to be happy about. I guess it's something to be happy about. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But anyways, Milo Yiannopoulos clearly not a fan of the IDW, also known as the intellectual dark web.